Good day, everybody, and what's up? Welcome to the podcast for Selfless Sex and She Comes First. My name is Dr. Nick. Today is January 31st, 2021, the last damn day in January already. Time waits for no one. It passes you by, as an old jam goes. And once again, believe this is true, I have to thank you guys once again. Thank everyone for listening and sharing and all that good stuff. I had my biggest month ever for this podcast for the month of January 2021. Just incredible. I really thought that, after 6 months away or whatever, I would have to start from scratch, but I kind of hit the ground running, so to speak. So thank you guys for sharing and giving us the thumbs up and the likes, because it moves it higher up in the algorithm listing, I guess. So therefore, more people can see it, and therefore more people are exposed to it. So hopefully they like it, and then they will share it, and it kind of snowballs. So it's just incredible. So thank you all so much for that. And also, I have some big news. As you may have noticed by the title of this podcast, I'm starting a new section within the Selfless Sex podcast called Just Talking About Sex. And what it's going to be is a loose interview style of podcast where I sit around and I ask people various questions, or I interview them, or we have a serious discussion about various sexual health issues, topics, and concerns. It's not all going to be negative. It's not all going to be positive. Hopefully, I can find like a decent mix that will make people think about themselves and their own sexual history and their own sexual health. And with my very first interview for Just Talking About Sex, I met up with Tori and Keri. And they are two personal friends of mine. And we ended up talking for about 30 to 35 minutes. So just from that first conversation with them, I have at least 2 more podcasts coming off of that one conversation. Keep your eye out for those in the very near future. And number 3 rather, I have to apologize because we actually did this interview in a restaurant. So there is some background noise that there's nothing I can really do anything about. The staff is moving around, moving furniture, moving chairs, and their little gaming systems are making noise, and they're washing glasses and making drinks and things like that. So some things are just out of my control, but still, I think the audio is okay. And speaking of audio, point 4, I guess this is, or number 4, I hope you enjoy the new music that goes with Just Talking About Sex. And to get this started, the very first question went to Tori, so here we go. Go ahead.
Okay, hi, I'm Tori, and the first question that I picked was, is kissing important and why? I've always loved to kiss. Like when I was first getting into feeling out my sexuality and things that I liked, kissing was my number one go-to thing. Now, as an adult, I feel like I need that kissing in order to get myself ready for the actual act of sex. It helps to get me wet down there, and it makes me feel, it just makes me feel so good. I just love the intimacy, like you're breathing, and you could, you and your partner have to be so close. But I also like fresh breath, so so you got to brush them teeth, me too.
I would definitely agree that kissing is super important, especially, when you are intimately engaged with your partner. Like, I am perfectly okay just making out with my partner. Like, we don't have to have sex because, there's just, that intimate connection. If I'm letting you in my space, if you can get that close enough to kiss me, that means I must really trust and like you and have certain feelings about you, because I just don't let anybody close enough to me to just be able to kiss me like that. And so not only that, but the nerve endings, and it's just, it is very intimate. Like, it can be very sexy and seductive, or it can be, hey, it's very, I missed you, I'm happy to see you, or, you know.
So that brings me to a follow-up question. Is there a certain type of kiss or kissing that you prefer?
For me, I like French kissing, and I like to have my neck kissed. So if you can do those things and grab my breast too while we're doing it, that's even better.
And see, I like all kisses. You know, forehead kisses are very intimate. Like, it's such an innocent, hey, I was thinking about you, I missed you, the sex was great. You know, it can be such an innocent, kind or loving gesture, but then at the same time, you know, like, kisses with a little bit of tongue are great too, because again, it's very intimate. If I'm sharing spit with you, or, you know, letting you get your tongue crammed down my throat, you know, like, I clearly like something about you, because I just don't go around and walk up to strangers on the street and be like, hey, let's make out. So I will agree that kissing is really awesome.
It is.
And my final follow-up question is this. You mentioned kissing on your neck. So are there other places that you like to be kissed?
Definitely. I like my breast to be kissed. I like my vagina to be kissed.
And we'll come back to that in a moment.
Okay, yes. But mainly just the neck, and I like pecks, like you talk about forehead kisses. I like pecks, and I like to give kisses on the cheek, like especially.
I
the
do
cheek.
too. I'm a kisser.
I think I might start the forehead one. I think that looks. I can see it, and it makes me feel like it's precious.
I'm somebody who, like, I do tend to catch myself wanting to kiss and then not, you know, or like laying in bed, like, you know, if I'm the big spoon, which is rare, but if, like, I tend to be I don't know, I think it's comforting without being super, super invasive, because again, if you're in bed with that person, or you're already engaged in those acts, hopefully it's been consensual, and like there's that intimacy. So, you know, but I think, like, for me, I like to be kissed everywhere but my stomach. There's just something, like, actually having C-sections, I don't have any feeling between my belly button and my C-section scar. And so, like, quite literally, no, I can grab and pinch with my nails and I can't feel anything. So I'm very self-conscious about that. But, like, the backs of my, not even just my neck, you know, those traditional erogenous zones, I like my shoulders. Again, it's very intimate. If you kiss me on my shoulder after we got done having sex, that's, like, really comforting. Like, I don't know. Or, like, you know, your thighs, your lower back, your sides, you know, ankles. Like, people want to be like, ew, feet. Bitch, I don't want you to suck my toes, but, like, there is something really, please don't. Like, I don't like that. There can just be something really sexy about, you know, your ankles being kissed. Other parts of the body, you know, like, we just have to get off this whole, like, it doesn't just have to be your neck, your lips.
Yeah, so your lips, that's true.
You know, it doesn't just have to be your vagina.
So, like, your whole body from head to toe.
Yes, and I think that, you know, that it's conversation. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I've never really told my partner, like, which I never really had to, but, like, I don't know. I think it's definitely conversations that if you're with somebody that intimately, like, you got to be okay having.
Yeah.
I like it when you this, but hey, I really don't like it when you
do
that.
that.
But Dr. Nick, you've had podcasts about that, being able to read your partner's body language.
Yep. And being open to that. You know, that goes back to selfless sex.
Right.
From like a year or so ago. I was talking about using your senses in your body, and also that includes talking, your mouth, and listening and doing
and feeling. And I think actually, I do think, like, the person I'm thinking of, I definitely, like, they were kissing me on my, like, side right here, and I definitely, like, I know I tensed up because I felt it, because not so much because I couldn't feel him, but because it made me feel really self-conscious. And he stopped. He moved on to whatever area to the body he moved on. But I was really appreciative that he caught that without me actually having to, like, push him.
Yeah, he was aware.
I really think I really believe that he could have probably felt me completely, like, tense up. So kissing, yes, like, and not sloppy either. Like it can't be wet and gross and sloppy.
Don't lick
but
my face.
Like I don't want your spit all over my face, but I can appreciate biting the lips and kisses and soft kisses and not so soft kisses, and you want to grab me and throw me up against the wall and fuck yeah, like let's do it.
Passionate
yes, like, but there has, and I think, you know, kissing, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your thing, but I think kissing can actually set the tone for the rest of the experience. I say experience because that's what I think sex is. It's an experience. And I think, you know, you have just as much power if that as they do. So if you're kissing them all gentle and loving, like, then you're probably going to make more love versus if you're like going in on them, and, you know, you're just in for like I want you to fuck me. So, okay. Women like kisses.
Yes, we
high five. Kisses.
Kisses.
And there you have it. There is the very first episode of Just Talking About Sex with my special guests, Tori and Keri. And I thank them so much for taking time out of their day to sit around with me for half an hour or so and just answer my various questions about sex and sexual health. And just to summarize, number one, kissing is very important. And if you weren't sure about that, well, now you know. Please keep in mind, women may like to be kissed other places besides their lips. So on the back of their neck, on their shoulders. And if you are unsure, ask your partner, and I'm pretty sure she will tell you. Number two, I really want to find out about this. What are your thoughts about kissing setting the mood? So if you're having nice, soft, petting type kisses, are you going to make love? Or if you have like more aggressive kind of like tongue kisses, your tongue's down your throat, you know, and you're tearing each other's clothes off, does that always lead to hot, passionate sex or fucking or whatever you want to do? That's just a question I'm really interested to hear from you. And third, according to Tori, kissing on the vagina is very important. And in one of my follow-up podcasts with Tori and Keri, we will have a podcast where I will create a podcast from them where we talk about oral sex. And finally, no face licking. So on that note, I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed this very first episode. There will be more on the way in the very near future. So on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned. And I'll talk to you soon.